Welcome to a brief history of perspective in European art. Contrary to common belief, elements of perspective were present in medieval art. Many artists understood that objects get smaller as they move away, and the same objects get larger as they approach the viewer. This painting was done in the late 1300s, and it clearly shows tiny people at the back of the composition and massive jovial hat tippers in the foreground near the gate. When we think of perspective in medieval art, we think of flat, distorted pictures of monks and medieval saints. Notice the Bible on the table. It's clearly meant to be facing the choir, but the left and right side are the same height, flattening the book and making it appear square to the viewer. The right side should be shorter if it's farther away. Plato wrote that the arts of measuring and numbering and weighing things could help us understand the magic and deception of our own eyes. It wasn't until the 15th century when Filippo Brunelleschi rediscovered the theory and demonstrated how forms in space mathematically shrink by using a mirror with a hole in it. In 1435, Leon Battista Alberti published Treatise della Pictura, which also relied on math as a common ground between art and science by using orthogonals, a mathematical term, and vanishing points to accurately convey depth. Leonardo da Vinci was obsessed with trying to achieve accuracy in his work, so he invented a perspectograph which would allow him to trace a sketch of a scene on glass before he painted it. Perspectographs were used well into the 20th century. Masolino de Panicale's St. Peter healing a cripple and the raising of Tabitha was the first to use a central vanishing point. Almost every horizontal line references that point perfectly. This method for creating accuracy forever changed European art. Artists like Raphael began using linear perspective to achieve accuracy, create meaning, and guide focus in their work.
My deepest wishes I thee give, that thou shalt with joy and gladness live.
His fresco school of Athens successfully used perspective in the architecture of the piece, but the use of the central vanishing point converges conceptually over the figures of Plato and Aristotle. Magic indeed. From Plato and Raphael and beyond, it took a long time for 1- and 2-point perspective to catch on. The earliest known demonstration of 2-point perspective was in 1505 when Raphael was playing around with 1 point.
Gaze thee upon the farthest star, for all dreams seem to come from afar.
But it wasn't until the mid-1650s that Dutch painter Gerard Hoogyeest successfully used the technique to paint a series of church interiors. Linear perspective continues to confound art students today, but simple adherence to vanishing points along the horizon line have allowed the novice artist to achieve realism better than many of the masters that came before him. Thanks for watching!